What's up, Hippo lovers? Qualification for the $30,000 World Cup hosted by Nacho and T90. Obviously, nation can only send so many teams. That's why we now have a qualification. Who of the Chinese teams will actually make it into the main event? Yo and Lux already making it. And now we'll see if Tim+CL or Vivi+Jibatong are making it into the main event and play for the 27.5k prize pool, or if they drop into the Silver League and play for the 2.5k prize pool. We will, as always, start off with Arabia. Later on, we will take a look at the draft and the maps that they picked. And, well, we are fast forwarding now to jump into the live game and try to catch up with all the action. We have Tim and CL, two legends of the game. CL, also known as Happy, playing with Ethiopians and Slavs here. Interesting choices. We will, as I said, take a look at what was banned later on. On the other side, we have Jibatong playing Saracen as the archer player, and Vivi with Franks going for scouts. Annoying here, but CL, after one villager loss, will be fine. I don't know what stat we want to have open in the long run. Probably I will go for maybe even resources for some time, and then we can switch a bit through the stats. Prediction. This is the time where you tell me who do you think is winning and how much. Perfect timing for this one. I will go for 3-2 for Vivi+Jibatong. But this one is going to be such a close one. 3-2 for Tim's team. 3-0 for Vivi+Jibatong. Okay. Hope for Tim+CL. Okay, that's what a lot of people are certainly hoping for. Big walls here by CL. Now builds a defensive tower at the gold. Wants to be safe against potential archers. 3-1, 3-1, 3-0 for Vivi team. Okay. Only Arabia, other maps too. Arabia game number 1, and then 4 home maps. Some more aggression at the other side. Maybe loses a villager there. But walls behind, just needs another house. Do you think the losing team here will win Silver Cup? That's what I said in my prediction video, right? I made a full prediction out of all groups for the main event, guys. You will probably enjoy that video if you want to create some hype for yourself in the... Oh, how is that one open? That should have never happened. CL even stone gated behind this one. And now let the army in. Needs to send the villagers away. But oh god, that is heavy losses. Happy. Won't be happy about that. Scouts are now diving in here. Archers under it. And another house not going up. Archers are in. Jibatong inflicting the pain. So many villagers dying here. And all of a sudden, population can't be that great for... CL sitting at 40 pop, the others all way higher. Vivi only at 42. We will take a look at the other side. Now fighting off against the scouts. Only one of his own scouts around though. That tree actually hurting him quite a bit. 3 archers still might find some more kills. Scout down. Villager with low HP at the front. Dies as well. I think... Oh god, what a beautiful spot. What a beautiful spot. Delete the house. Villagers will fight this one off. Meanwhile, Vivi with a way better defense. The houses, the tower to defend this one. And more villagers won't die. Holy moly. Time to lick their wounds. Let me try to find an overview. I can't really give you anything. Oh, actually at the top. 32 villagers and 4 military. Ah yeah, that actually makes sense then. Okay. I'm starting to love capture age here. Starting to love capture age. Those stats won't make a lot of sense. Let me see what Alt T is doing. Nothing. I'm just happy Vivi+Jibatong are friends again. Well, they were only enemies for like 2 days, right? No. 21 archers for Jibatong. 17 that I can count for now. Make it 19. And are we live? No, we are not. Okay, so we're just fast forwarding to jump more of the live action then. After that, some more houses. Vivi, that's something he can't rewall. Why no Vivi plus Tim? Well, not the best friends. This area can't be broken. Vivi with more walls. Second tower. He's just so good at knowing that he must not take any damage here. Scouts are trying to dive in. Walls behind this one will most likely go up. Vivi just so good. And just remember, guys, this is China v China. So they are playing with close to no lag, which is very untypical for them. So we should see higher level when it comes to quick wall and micro than we're used by them. As we can see here. Happy, absolutely on point. Looking at his army at all times, and those crossbow just melting through the watchtower here. Oh god, and he was really watching. That wasn't a guard tower. He didn't guard at all. He was just indeed watching. Melting through that house now, and those crossbow men with Saracen bonus. I think he can just click on that watchtower as well. Goes for a villager. And yeah, just click on it. Click on it, my man. And yeah, look at that. That group does 100 damage per volley. So, I'm not really sure how many volleys that one can survive. Tower instantly falling. 2 crossbows only dying. And CL not looking too hot in this one. Look at that. Pop 32 for him. Not a single military unit out on the field. The other players in Castle Age already. He only just will arrive at it. Wheelbarrow queued up behind this one, but oh boy, that is ugly for him. Tim needs to carry this game, but obviously Ethiopian player will be tricky for him. He will need mangonel defense. Well, let's take a look at his resources, right? He has some wood, no real gold income at the moment. I think that's the symbol for gold, indeed. 62 gold, so yeah, mangonel defense not really an option. Just waiting for his teammate to save him. We'll lose more villagers. What is happening here? Oh boy, and more losses. We have ballistics on the side here for Jibatong. Ugly spot. Ooh. This is live? Relatively. I think we can't be behind more than 5 minutes from the live games. Frank's Knights coming soon. Well, there was a lot of pressure against Vivi as well, right? So for now, 4 Knights with +2 defense. Ethiopian crossbow now trying to take the fight. 1 defense upgrade on those only. 1 defense here as well. Army numbers 26 against 16. So Tim will melt through that. Will it be enough, though, to really stay in this game? I don't think so. He's sitting at 47 villagers. And, well, triple archery range production, but only 1 TC for him now. And let me give you that stat. So, actually, every player with 1 TC, except Mr.CL, who was going for 2 TCs. The only one kind of booming, quote-unquote. But obviously, at least 15 villagers behind. Still a solid defense here by Mr. Tim. Ethiopians obviously extremely strong in that regard. Yeah, CL won't help for quite some time. No upgrades. Not a single upgrades on those knights. He can't do much. Crossbow coming over. A bit surprised that Jibatong moved out that heavily here. And now taking that fight. But looks like he has better numbers. 13 to 11. But 1 knight actually will help out enough now. Jibatong needs to micro away. Not the best fight for him ever. Quite a mistake to move out. Probably without patrolling there. Or without attack mode. Ethiopian shooting is insane. Yeah, agreed. Some crossbow micro now. More knights are coming over, but more knights of Vivi as well. And, well, he arrives pretty late at the party. Won't even do a single hit there. Oh, man. And now we'll eat some losses at the front. Oh, no. Oh, no. This hurts quite a bit here. 96 HP on that TC crossbow. They have to be happy with that denial. Pushed away from the berries. I think Jibatong had better numbers there, just lost the hill due to no patrol. Agreed, yeah. Oh la 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 la. Knights now coming over. And yeah, Tim is playing a really good game here. If they can win this, that would be just crazy talk. take some farms down. Obviously, lots of HP or lots of food still on those. Goes for the farm in the back even. Interesting move. That is without Saracen bonus. Just crazy, crazy numbers. Another TC there in the back. Vivi could maybe try to sneak a villager around. Good job by Vivi, saving that knight as well. Dodging, ballistic. Siege Workshop now. I don't really think you need Siege Workshop if you have Saracens. Now let's take a look at that engagement. Crossbow count at 23, knight count at 15. Trying to wiggle in there. Vivi tried to dodge the shots. Tim is microing away. The knights now with the surround, and now finally the crossbow numbers are dwindling. Doing a good job here. But obviously knights were just in superior numbers. At least when it comes to army value. That knight not getting saved. This one survives with 6 HP. Still 7 knights around. 4 knights coming now over to get some raids in, but still no upgrades on these, so can't really take any fights. Tim carrying. Well, he's playing 1 TC for Archie Rangers, so not really looking like he can click up to Imp pretty soon. Let's take a look at his resources. Well, heavily behind when it comes to gold, but we'll have another group. Vivi forced into the Siege Workshop. There's no way Vivi and Jibatong lose this. Okay, see you in game number 2 then. Knights with another raid here. Lovely stuff. And, well, score, as you can see, absolutely even between the two teams. That one will still be interesting. 42 military here for Tim. Crazy. But on the other side, Jibatong up to Imperial Age. 50% there, keeps his crossbow numbers alive. Is trying to find some holes, and there is an overchop. This could be so bad. This could be so bad. Holy moly. 170 population against 170, basically 2 teams. And oh, instant reaction by Tim, so good job there, but that will be some villager losses. Look at that, Jibatong even splitting around those armies, and will find all kills but 2, I assume. All kills but 3. Crossbow coming over. Uh-oh, Ram push here at the front. Vivi is trying to hold this one. Ram needs to go back, focus down. Knights need to run now. TC at only 500 HP. Is Tim generally considered better than Vivi? No. Oh, Mangonel shot. Mangonel shot! Eats the good one! Oh, that was so painful. Mangonel's not getting sniped down. The knights are coming over trying to get the kill, and they will indeed. Trying to run away there. +2 defense now by CL. More crossbows are coming over, though. Getting scared away there. Good job of Jibatong getting out. And Slavs, well, maybe they will kick in eventually. We are looking at 55 villagers now, not too far behind. Expanding some there at the side. And TC number 3 now on the way. As you can see, everyone's sitting at 3 TCs now. Should be 4, no? No, it is only 3. I thought Vivi had another TC there. Didn't really have it, and that's a lot of pressure. And those are 2 gold spots of Vivi. Will be very problematic for him. And as you can see, scores getting relatively close. Ethiopian crossbows on their till doing the damage. But it is Imp against no Imp now. Are we going up to Imp now here being Tim? No, we do not. And that will be a main TC drop there pretty surely. As you can see, Arbalest now focusing that one down. Vivi will lose his TC at the front. How much gold does he still have left? Okay, that's a solid 2.5k, I would say. Still for him. Main TC gone. Crossbows behind this. I don't really see them doing too much. Chemistry now finished. Damage output of those Arbalest is just insane now. And yeah, all of those crossbows falling, even sending more to their death. Army value, as you can see now, 5k to 3k. But that actually is an advantage of Tim and CL. But the tech advantage simply isn't there. Those Arbalests, it's so tough to kill 16 Arbalests now. The moment you're still in Castle Age. And knight numbers aren't crazy. Attacking the next TC. Knights are going back. Still no bloodlines on these though. More of it's just getting sniped. Mangonel, can he find a kill? One shot against the Ram, kind of giving away that he has the Mangonel now. Shouldn't really work. Arbala still active, willing to eat another TC. And yeah, Mangonel just dies there. Those knights now coming over. Arbalest need to regroup. Not that easy to micro that one, but he does a good job. All Arbalests are fighting except the ones that are running away from the knights. So solid job there, and knights, as we said, in Castle Age without bloodlines, can't take on the Arbalest numbers here. And more and more of these falling. Population now 210 against 190, and still one player in Imp. All the others in Castle H. Oh, Alt F for Fog of War. Hello. 40 minutes and no bloodlines. Oof. Yeah, it wasn't by choice, most likely. His economy just lost or suffered so much early on. And yeah, will lose 2 of his gold spots again. Arbalest diving a bit too deep, but honestly, damage output just good enough to get through that TC so quickly. Lots of villagers dying now. And population lead will be over 20 pretty soon, with still one player in Castle Age. Vivi recovering that area, drops the second defensive castle. More villagers falling. And CL, he couldn't really offer too much here. Well, now some raids by him. Solid job. Still trying to make something happen. Runs away, but how can you deal with those Arbalests? Skirmishes doesn't feel like the right answer to me. 40 Arbalests on the field. Solid crossbow and skirm numbers now, as you can see. Like 27 skirms, 31 crossbows. Knights really need to help out. Vivi a bit underwhelming there with his production. Builds a TC in the face. Oh man. And more raids there in the back. Good job by CL, trying to make as much as possible happen. Population lead now is solid 50 though. More skirmishers dying. Wouldn't be surprised if we tap this one out pretty quickly though. How are resources looking for Tim? We're seeing lots of food, lots of gold, so might be clicking up pretty soon. And then maybe Ethiopian Arbalest can do something, but we will have so many losses before that. 58 for CL. I think that's the stat that we need the least, right? Maybe this stat? This stat feels better. Oh god, and now losing his main TC. Arbalest just diving, and Jibatong just enjoying life there with Saracens, for sure. Crossbow round. That's a lovely castle by Tim. Tries to block those gold spots. Maybe even over here might have been an option. Now going up to him are Vivi and Tim alike. But CL is just so much out of it. Jibatong reclaims or claims that gold as well. Just so many kills. Pop 48 now for poor CL. All the other players above 100. Knights are around killing those rams, so that won't really be a push. And then the trap war with a faster aim timing and triple castle here should go in favor of Vivi. Didn't Paladin team up with Bad Koala? I think he lost to Yolux. Might be the case, yeah. At Bear's Paladin? I don't think so, no. Maybe... Did Paladin maybe team up with Yo and Lux in the third man? Or did he maybe just not play at all? China vs. China, nobody will resign ever. Yeah, probably true. Probably true. Now we have the sexy bloodline timing there at 45 minutes. And Arbalest are coming over again. We'll find some villager killed. Just so much more army here of Grey. Didn't he already kill that TC? Interesting move by CL to go for it again. And now the Arbalest just being sent through the center. Archery range count here at 7. Goes for the full production. And simply the numbers out there. Now we have Bracer and Chemistry on the way. Tim still lacking defensive upgrades though. Only has 1 against the 2 defensive upgrades. And now we have the Knights out. G to the G. CL and Tim have to tap this one out. Vivi+Jibatong taking game number 1. Solid job by them. Where can I see team score in DM? In CA? Just take those 2 scores, add them up, and divide them by the amount of players. Man King! Hey yo! Nearly math indeed. I think the main mistake was simply letting the army in there at the gate. That hurts so much. By the amount of players per team. Good job, Tom. Hi. Felt really CL, man. Sad that he couldn't perform better there and couldn't really get all the stuff on the map that he wanted to. 45 kills only. Lost 17 buildings, only killed 1. Jibatong without any building losses there. Tim, the guy that fought the most in this game. Obviously the guy that suffered the least. Jibatong actually probably suffered the least, but was heavy on CL. And Tim's economy not out of this world. Let's take a look at how far, if they're already in the game. Jibatong. And Team Islands will be next. We will try to find the draft from them. I don't think I have a way of finding out what maps they have. But we can take a look at the civs at least. So Frank's gone. Ethiopian's gone. Slav's gone. And Saracen's gone. Now we're going into... draft. Interact. Bap. Look at me doing all the fancy work here. Ethiopians, Slavs, and Saracens. Nice, right? We can remove this. Nearly the man himself, a pillar of AoE 2. Well, not really a building I want to stand in if I'm one of the pillars. Sounds shaky to me. Amount of players per team. Actually funny. Okay. Lithuanians? I think they mispicked the civilization. You a club mate lover? I like clubs, but I don't like people there. And I like music that isn't played in clubs. Like, I'm the metal alternative rock kind of guy, right? So there aren't that many. Who won? Jordan versus Vinicius. It's not on Wikipedia. Okay, then I will update it. Where's the edit? There. Where do we find stuff here? So quarterfinals. Capwatch Winchester. What? Capwatch Winchester? Ah, yeah. No, we're in the semifinals. Jordan score 1, Winchester 3. Nearly hacking into the mainframe? Yeah. Yeah, I know what they changed. matrix right there. Oh, I should have probably put 1 and lost there. What? Select version? Ah, okay. How did they change this? Losers round 2. Winners final, semi-final. 3, 1, 1. That was the wrong way around. 1. Save. In before nearly deleting Wikipedia. Yeah. I fear that that might happen one day. Ah, there we go. So Winchester 1, 3, 1. Now you know. Also, you can always go to the VOD, obviously. Okay, and we have Malay instead of Lithuanians. Makes way more sense. Let's jump into the action. Game number 2 on the way. Should be the home map of Tim+CL. We will fast forward. Good on their opponents to allow them to pick, repick the civilizations. Okay, we are still in Dark Age of Empires. I can answer some of your questions. Nothing like a big gulp of Club Mate after a big meal while watching AoE. Isn't that the dream that you live in? Oh my god, that hippo plush in the background is too cute. Overlay looking sleek? Thanks. Don't compliment me, compliment CA. Capture. It is the preview version. Whoa, fast forwarding through Tim. Oh! Why Portuguese? Interesting questions, because Portuguese are one of the strongest water civilizations. You have 3 nice bonuses going for yourself, my man. You have, for example, all your units cost minus 20 gold. That means all ships as well. Ships have 10 more HP, which is lovely. And your team bonus is that everyone basically has free cartography. So 3 massive bonuses for this map. Haircut looking sleek. Thanks, I didn't shower. What did you eat for lunch? I haven't eaten anything today. Or not anything. I had 1 protein bar. I woke up, started streaming. And after the set, I will go and call it a day. Do you know why Paladin isn't playing with you and Lux? No, I thought he would. Why is this not a 3rd game? Second GG should not be overturned. GG'd because they picked wrong team. Why replay again? Probably. It's weird, right? Because you are the main admin of the tournament. And they should really listen to you. Ah, now I know. Because no one typed GG in the first game. They just resigned. And resigning doesn't matter. You actually have to type GG. What is this? Double board timing. So, game number 2, they picked the wrong civilization. And they just restarted the thing. And allowed the other civ. With my rules, would not have happened. Obviously, I would deal with this one differently. But players decided to make this up on their own. And there's no admin around to stop them. Or he did allow it. Why did 31 Argentinian teams sign up? Poor T90. Why poor T90? And 31 isn't that what we expected? Last time they had over 30 as well. Last 2v2 World Cup. So no surprise at all. Well, there's a problem in America right now, right? No rule that GG has to be typed. So just resigning and losing isn't really an indicator that you actually lost. Who steals boars on Team Islands? No one. Like, you have to have a really wild strategy with like Mongols and Britons. And then I think somehow, in some way, it's so stupid. Have you watched the popular StarCraft 2 player playing again? He is learning the game by himself and don't use build orders. Amazing to see great mechanics and super bad decision making at the same time. You mean Winter Gaming? Yeah, I don't think he was a professional. Popular. Okay, popular is something I can live with. Yeah, I watched the stream for like 10 minutes. Couldn't continue watching. Prediction, will we see Caravels to this game? I would say no, but this is one of these spots where we could see Caravels, obviously. Okay, double scout landing here. Jibatong is going to land, and he is not going on gold. So that will be a scout landing by the Portuguese player. And Malay player is going for water. Isn't that interesting, guys? Huh. Meanwhile, we see Tim going for a landing, and he will have an archer landing through the center. And we have CL still having his scout here, indeed. Still not on gold. So scout landing by Jibatong, archer landing by Tim. This one will be relatively aggressive. CL is building some more back docks and will try to make something happen with the galleys. Who do you think will make it to the finals? I guess Norway and Finland, China or Brazil. I made a full video predicting that. You will probably enjoy that one. It's on my YouTube. Question regarding to group stage of 2v2 World Cup KOTD. What do you think about giving the player who won the first game in group stage a 1-game lead in the decider match? Both face each other again. Then the first game would be meta more. I think you should extend it to best of 7 and let the first result count. So if someone wins 2-1, just make it who goes to... Or maybe you should have to like play all 3 games. Like that's how a league called MGL did it. They call it extended series. So just make best of 3 into best of 7 and count the first result. The Italians is actually going for scouts after he was on gold here. So change of approach. Like a map advantage won't be a thing in a best of 3, then you have to extend it. Maybe make it best of 7 decider with a 1-0 lead for whoever won. That's something I could live with as well. Okay, first raid here. Villager death count is at 1. Not the greatest job by Tim ever. I think he could have gotten 2. Nice instant reaction by Jibatong. Spearman trying to defend at that angle. More coming over. Nice reaction by Jibatong there, surely. Game before I saw plus 300 pop. Yeah, it adds up for both players of one team. Fire galley around here now. Should get lots of kills. Transporter around. Scouts trying to find an answer. But Tim, with his spearman, doing a solid job. How is Vivi doing? Okay, fully walled off there as well. So those scouts won't do too much. And that's a big difference, right? Jibatong did build the barracks at the other side. Tim did build the barracks at his own land. So he has a way easier job defending with his spearmen. Problem is though, CL not really defending. Spearman now traded off another spearman. And that is CA dropping on us. So I think we will just quickly go back. I would be surprised. Could you maybe give me an update? I think Lidako was casting as well, right? If he dropped as well. Or I can just check it myself.
I mean, it could be a drop, but it could be me dropping, right?
You're here there. Maybe someone can go on his stream and tell him that I dropped as well. I will simply assume... let me think about it. Like Vivi... Does someone have Vivi stream or could check Vivi stream if they dropped? Then I know if we wait for the restart or if we... if you put Vivi in MBL channel, you can find it. I think I had that command at one point as well. So let's see if they are playing or if they're dropped. And they are playing. So it is capture age dropping for us again. So we will just watch without capture age. And yeah, obviously pretty ugly there. Not much we can do. And we'll have this one as the main display now. We'll have to change the mods. Bigger spec font. And nearly overlay. And now I need to select the other patch as well. So we might have some drop frames for a small moment. Actually need to restart Steam even. That's not lovely. Steam. Ah! Exit now. Okay, Steam. Pretty unfortunate for us. Really would have loved to cast that one with capture age, but not much we can do. We can cross out some sys. We can add a scoreboard. We kind of have to now, right? So China versus China. And it is Tim+CL and Vivi+Jibatong. And that is qualification best of 5. And the score is 1-0 for Vivi and Jibatong. Can already cross out some civs. So we don't have to do that later. Italians will be used, Vikings will be used. We also have Malay and Portuguese used. 4 team islands now. Age of Empires will start within the next 20 seconds and then we will fast forward. Okay, let's see if all of that is working. Looks good to me. Just need the interface to be at 100%. And fast forward the hell out of it. And now one good thing is that we can actually add the chat. So we can enjoy that a bit more. I can add the score. And who won double cup? You can, yeah, 3-1 for Winchester. Have to change game version. What's the question? That patch thingy is why I have Microsoft Store AoE. What? I don't even know what you're talking about. So, this is the time where we could still interact a bit. Obviously, nothing happening that you didn't see before. How do players decide between scouting and luring deer? Well, first of all, it's pushing, not luring. And it depends on how much scouting intel you need, right? The moment you push deer, you scout less. On Team Island, you can't scout your opponent anyways, so you can just push so much more. Why would you pull 2 boars at the same time? You probably shouldn't. I think he didn't find them. Are the brackets for World Cup? Yes, obviously. All on AoE zone. Ever tried chickpea pasta? Not the best taste, but nutrients are off the charts. Yes, I did. I didn't like the consistency of it. What's the matter in Team Islands? Well, apparently Scout landing. That's at least what both teams did here. And now we are roughly at the time where we left last time. One villager kill here. And one lands, one goes water is meta, I think. On 2v2. That's what we've seen several times now, yes. Okay, now defensive tower. Tim's trying to reclaim that area. Meanwhile, oh, galleys actually by Vivi. Oh, we did see it on his stream, right? But quite surprising that he did play it this way against Italians. I also can add the scoreboard there. Why is the game speed so fast? Because we are not live and we're trying to catch up to the live game. Okay, archery range now at the front for Tim as well. Scouts are running around. Both players kind of walling themselves quite nicely. Yep, seems really bulletproof, at least on the first glimpse from me. Fishing ships getting pushed away. Good job there by Vivi being annoying. And the defensive tower there at the stone and barriers tries to protect that. Look at that galley production. How many? What is this? CL! What is your queue, my man? And this amount of galleys, then fishing ships, then galleys again. Ooh, yo, 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 yo. Sorry, but what is this VPN? Just follow the link and you will find out. That is so weird. He needs another dog desperately. Scouts around, but oh, Vivi actually built a defensive stable to get some knights out for the defense. Interesting job. Another tower there trying to attack the gold. What a horrible mining camp by Jibatong there. Two defensive towers. Would have loved to have the tower up there. Lots of scrappy moves here. Tough to really control this one easily. Another horrible mining camp. What is happening here? I'm really confused. Gets that villager kill. Gets out of there. War galley up now and CL. He simply didn't look at how his restore. He has 2k wood in the bank, CL here. Oh, goddy. That is not pretty for him. And now he can start microing, but no demos around. Ooh. Marketing 101, just follow the link. Well, at the moment I'm working, right? Not promoting. So simply to ask during the game probably was the wrong time. Scouts will find another villager kill. Stable for Tim now for the defense. Builds another defensive tower. And even two defensive towers will reclaim that gold. Looks pretty good for him. And actually saved some of the fishing ships. So good job by him there. And no longboat production. That's a bit surprising to me that he didn't switch into that. Still 1k wood there. Quite surprising how much he's floating there. Ay, 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 ay. Okay. Finally, the Viking player is massing up enough to get some kills. Some micros. Still no careening though. Okay, good job there. Night landing now. Siege workshop even. Okay, all of a sudden melee player, the one that wants to go hyper aggressive. Still lots of surround here. Tim doing good job. Jibatong only now tries to rush out the siege workshop. Couldn't really get too many kills here against CL. Just trying to make the defense happen. Siege workshop in his face. Ooh. Do you each get individual benefits depending on which person code is used for the VPM? Well, indirectly, right? I'm not getting a money share, but obviously it's showing like, oh, people of Nitty's channel actually go and buy some stuff and support the companies that are sponsoring him. So that makes it way easier for me to get other sponsor deals as well. If I just show them, look at that. I did a monthly promotion actually. I generated 30 new signups. Just makes it really good for me to, yeah, contact another company, or if other companies are contacting me, like, how supportive is the Age of Empires community really? Then I can do that. As a top player yourself, how much does looking at the opponent's score influence your gameplay? In CTL, Viper switch off score while playing here. Well, player here in Cumans. I don't really know the question. Maybe, like, the second part. For the first part, I made a YouTube video about score, how to read it, and how to make your decisions out of that. It's on my YouTube. It's called something clickbaity, like, how to read the score like Tato. Yeah, the score switch against Terra. Well, score switch means that the game is more close than a huge advantage, right? There could be different reasons for score switches, though. Or you could be dead, although you have the score lead. And the other way around, right? You turned off the score to see military units only instead? Oh yeah, well, it's an option. Oh, that's a nice raid. Hallelujah. God, did he slaughter through that one. 2 monks down as well. Oh, it's a big mango shot in his face, though. Hallelujah, okay. So much green surrounding now. CL getting a nice control. But still, oh, big ram going now at the side for Tim. Oh, and now we are caught back to live play. Just think about, like, the Max is playing with score off at all times. He only uses the military stats to have the better minimap for himself. At least in team games. Not 100% sure in 1v1s. Okay, that castle, that TC most likely is going to fall. I don't really see anything against that, but the moment we get out like 3-4 Genoese here, it should be an easy defense against all those knights and rams. Aren't longboats a lot stronger in big numbers as galleys because of the stacking? Yeah, in some form. But also no in some form because, yeah, they're more expensive and you over damage a lot, right? So if all of the longboats are shooting at the same galley, it's actually not that much better. But yeah, longboats are certainly a better unit than war galleys. Both units can stack. It's just longboats can stack easier than war galleys. And now all those knights are dying. Genoese around, castle around, towers around, TC is shooting. And yeah, he's trying to keep the Genoese numbers low, but I don't think that was worth it, my man. Jibatong stopped there. CL completely dominating water, not allowing the redog, and neither team really getting a chance to start any trade within the next minutes. If you attack move, it won't overkill. It will overkill as well. You just should go for a spread formation if you use longboats. Then you overkill less. Nearly quick tip of the day. Solid amount of crossbows. Gill nets now being researched. Interesting. Does that make longboats more vulnerable to caravels? Indeed it does. That's why this one is the likeliest matchup that we see caravels, because caravels a good counter to longboats. Jibatong feels like resigning here. He couldn't really get too much done. That was the big difference, right? He didn't have the barracks at home. He did land with it. And then scouts could just do so much against him. Had a tough job with the defense. Tim, with the barracks at home, could defend his woodline so much nicer. Had the fish for so much longer. And then Vikings winning against Malay after the Malay player couldn't do any damage early on. Solid game for Tim and CL. Score will be 1-1. Now we're going into Vivi's and Jibatong's home map next. I'm expecting them to go for something very land-based. We will see about that one. Kitty, pretty good for Tim. Got lots of kills there on land. Jibatong obviously suffered quite a bit. CL, being the Vikings player, should have fewest losses there, especially because he didn't suffer too much on land. Vivi's landing there didn't get the kill. Both players reaching imp, but numbers already pretty good for CL in that one. 116 villagers there in the end. How does CL compare to the other three players generally? I would say better than Jibatong, worse than Tim and Vivi. Never heard of CL. Could you talk a bit about him? His other name was Happy Happy. One of the major performances were, I think, in KOTD 2. Had some crazy performances in ECL as well. Known for heavy stone walls in his 1v1s. Chinese player that had Nations Cup performances for so long. Yeah. Was considered maybe the second best Chinese at one point, maybe third best Chinese. Something like that. Really annoying playstyle. Made, yeah, he got simply famous to make stone walls no matter the costs. KOTD 2, he lost round 1. Then it had to be KOTD 1 where he had a good performance. Abilities and fire ships, the best fire ships. Fire faster and Greek giving fire +1 range. Okay. Yep. Alf Shumway flying in with 5 gifted subs. Hey yo. Is this 2v2 World Cup? Yes. The title should say that, right? I like this March Madness of AU2. Good games that could go either way. Upset from lower seeds game every time of day and night. Yeah. Really, really lovely stuff. 2-3 versus Leary? Ah, okay. Well, then he made it tough on Leary at least. He just went Naked FC, Kongs versus Hans and won. Ah, okay. Those were the games then. Okay. Bam. I think we will cast without Capture Age. I won't even try. It's a decider. It's a decider match indeed. Naked FC forward castle even. Yeah, he did the same. No, he did wall, fast castle with Spanish on, I think, Gold Rush or something. Or some other map like Desert against Heart in ECL 2v2. And then snuck around, got a castle up. Let me see if I find this game. Let's go to YouTube. What was that? How were they called? Fnatic? Frantic. AM. ECL. Nearly. I'm searching for a 2v2. AM versus SY. Nearly versus Jibatong. That's a good one. Heresy versus Friend? No, that's not the one I want. I think, is it that one?
Okay, well,
Kilimanjaro? Might it be that one?
then what is to come in this next set, best of 5 on the way.
Second playing as the Chinese. Just
Oh, what? That's the wrong team. No. Frantic versus AM. That's what I'm looking for. Frantic versus AM 2v2. It was hard playing. It was happy playing. Too bad. Too bad. Search for Middle East 2v2. ECL Middle East 2v2. No, that was 1v1 and 3v3 Middle East. Wasn't it 2v2? I thought it was 2v2. Or was it 3v3? Then Africa. Oh, wrong. Well, if you're guessing, then you should like not have said anything.
Rogan?
AM was
Jordan
SY?
is back.
Was CL in SY? I thought CL was part of Frantic. Okay, maybe someone finds the link. ECL Africa 2v2. Frantic versus AM. There we go. That's the one we were searching for.
Here it is. Welcome everybody to Team Ireland's Frantic versus. Maybe he can get those off.
That game. That game, guys.
So I can't tell if
That made CL famous.
The man at arms, he's pushed off the wood light. He didn't.
As you can see, minimap, right? Everyone is walled. There's small base. CL completely walled in there. Nothing should happen. And all of a sudden,
just pay off. Those conquistadors can come up. The rush distance is
he just sneaks villagers over there and builds a castle in Hart's
super
face.
short, and they
harassed intensely, but honestly,
And just, oh, killer bees, boys. And yeah, just
destabilized.
sneaky stable there. And Hart just dies to it instantly. And I think we even have a second castle coming up. Then Leary is trying to do something with crossbows, but can't do enough. And main TC dies, Mangonel's around. And that is a game where Happy gained a lot of fans. And Frantic beat AM, at least in this game. I think game number 3 went in AM's favor again. And oh no, Frantic did eliminate AM. Hello. So Leary and Tart broken there by Tim+CL. Okay. Where's Killer B these days? Sweden. That was kind of one of the breakthrough performances of CL, where a lot of people like. Frantic vs SY was the final? Okay. It's cold in here. Let me open a window. Wasn't Killer B in China? He was, but I think he's back in Sweden now. Oh, rumor said it that he sold like crickets on a street. Like street food. Opening a window because it's cold. What is this, July? I only opened the window in my tab, but actually all windows are closed. Just put on the heater. Lily, who were you playing in the Miracle Regicide Snipe game? Jibatong. Let's go in here. Let's open a window. Ah, okay. Well, maybe I misspoke then. Feels like CL performed well in Nations Cup 17, where he was the MVP for Frantic ahead of Vivi and Tim. Ah, sick, yeah. Killer B might have been the best caster we ever had in this game. Team Acropolis coming up next. With Britain's Berber, Mongol, Magyar. So that is Britain's Berber, Mongol, Magyar. Interesting. We can jump into the action, guys. Game number 3 on the way. What's your most favorite hot drink? Vanilla milk. I'm telling T90 you said that. What did I say? Ah, yeah, you can. If he disagrees, he's not a clever man. Jinghua was the guy deleting his castle playing Spanish on Hilford vs MBL. That's true. I'm so glad Acropolis was changed to Team Acropolis. Yeah, I have no idea why we had normal Acropolis in there. Makes hell of a lot of sense. I also would have liked to see like Lombardia or something over Ghost Lake. Simply to have like 2v2, real 2v2 maps or team maps. Okay, players now going for their boars here. Not sure if that was the right boar, but 2 in the middle now. So it doesn't really matter. If you are Mongols, actually boar sling might make a lot of sense here. Pushing some deer, and you can do something like Britain Mongols. I think synergizes really well on this one. You just give 3 or even 4 boars to the Mongol player, and let's say 10 to 12 sheep to the Britain player. Do you like step map for 1v1? What civs are the best in your opinion? I don't like it. It used to be Chinese, now probably it is Mongols. Mayans are solid as well. Is this live? Caught up to live gameplay, it says. I will trust that one. Want to see Aces make it way back. I had tons of fun kid playing it. I can tell you that you will see Oasis on this channel within the next year. I thought Killer B was moving to China to continue sciencing. Oh, I didn't know about that. Like, he was back to Sweden a year ago or something. You will see Oasis multiple times next year. Leave the tension.
Grayton?
Ready. Yay.
Battle of Oasis confirmed. That was a weird tournament, no? Felt really weird to me, yeah. Okay, he might have gone to China and come back then, because I recall him saying he was going to China for work at some point. Probably plus 2 years ago at this point. Yeah, he was back to Sweden quite quickly after that. Or not quite quickly after, but he didn't stay for more than a year, for sure.
Ready.
He stayed longer there than expected. I think he traveled there for work, and then kind of his food business kind of took off, which was kind of weird. Why do you let someone else get to your country and then he sells you what you already have? Guys, who did your team up with? Lux! If you want to know all about the teams, go to my YouTube. I made a video about all the teams, all the groups, predictions, how they should play out. Might be very informative for you if you want to enjoy the next weeks. Remember, Saturday and Sunday we will have the first opening matches of the group stage, including Germany against Netherlands. Vivi+Jibatong is better than Lux. No. Lux is way better. Yeah. I think it's not even close. I could squeeze Wonder race timing to 26:12. I'm still looking to find a way to do it faster. Yeah, will aim for 24-30 next time I'm doing it. Will you cast your own games? That's my plan. Is loser of this out? Only 2 teams per country. Loser of this is in Silver League. So yeah, no chance to make it into main event after that one. This is the qualification for the main event. Lux is the second best Chinese player. Well, in 1v1 it is probably Vivi. But in team games I see Lux as number 2 over Vivi, yes. So what are the approaches here? Everyone playing Feudal Age, so no craziness. No shenanigans with any fast castles. Berbers, obviously lovely when it comes to Castle Age. Magias, lovely when it comes to Feudal Age opening. Jibatong, now go double archer range from home. Obviously Tim dropping archer ranges at home as well. Is there a qualifier schedule or is it just everyone's getting when they can make it? Wikipedia wasn't helpful. Yeah, it's everyone when they can make it. Starting after this, your typical streaming times will, I believe, Saturday and Sunday, the group stage matches will be streamed. And AoE Zone calendar is helping you out, obviously, as well. What do you think of the map so far? Seems like a lot of small wood lines. Well, that's... do you mean Team Acropolis? Then that's how the map should be. Otherwise, team walling is way too easy. And if you mean like maps in general, I don't agree with the small wood lines. You mean the center? I like that. So that you have to expand more. I'm allergic to AoE Zone. Maybe just the calendar. I think maybe you could try that in homeopathic. I don't know a word that I want to say next. Numbers, masses, doses. Homeopathic doses is what I wanted to say. What are your thoughts on removing tracking tech from barracks? Imo, that tech was good. Scout rush was more interesting having the defender to have second thoughts on doing that tech. Tracking? Do you know what tracking is doing, my man? I think it could stay there. I have very little... Like, I have no strong feelings about it. Line of sight for infantry. Yeah. Why does that change the efficiency of scouts that much? I think it makes men-at-arm openings a bit stronger. Where are the first archers here of Jibatong? Okay, coming over now. I'm a bit surprised how we are playing it here. Way more spearmen than we normally see. Tim, I think with 3 already lost 2. Now has to run away. Where are the scouts? The L on the other side of the map. Not sure if that's a good idea. Tim needs to run, but he can only hug walls. Can run around pikes without having them notice. You know that line of sight doesn't equal the radius of attack, right? And the aggro radius. So the aggro radius needs to be changed, not the line of sight. Oh god, this is so bad for Tim, getting cleared up completely. Good morning, Lily from America. Oh, hello. That was really poor team play. Like CL moving out alone with scouts into full team wall. That honestly was really well done by Jibatong and Vivi here. I have to compliment that one. And well, then Tim on the outside couldn't really get his numbers out. Not even sure if fletching was in there. Now lots of pressure. Need to get some more walls here. Even forced into stone walls, meaning no easy TCs for him unless he collects some. Where are CL troops? Well, now some scouts here is running away with those. Obviously Berbers, pretty generic there when it comes to scout production. Compare that to Magyars, already one attack upgrade and can build them quicker. Does Archer aggro radius increase with range upgrades? I'm pretty sure about that, yes. Should Trump just call GG already? Dragging out the game is a pro tourney like this is just BM. Is it a pro tourney though? Like I looked at the qualification and the pre-interviews, and it looked like 1200 at best. When it came to preparation, knowledge. No. And I didn't really see them having a good late game plan. Oh, scouts now diving in. What are the upgrades? Only was one, but that should be enough. Now focusing down the archers. Jibatong dives in deep. Scout numbers dwindling on both sides. But oh boy, Tim will lose everything again. And that is so good for Jibatong and Vivi. Hallelujah. Military advantage now 20-5. And they can just jump on it again. Walls are set up, but how do you even get onto stuff here? CL is now on the way to Castle Age. How is it looking on the other side? 500 food, 100 gold for Mr. Vivi. And 300 food, 300 gold for Jibatong. We'll just smack that one, and he will pressure this area quite a bit. Want to see a tower? Indeed, that's the only way to somehow hold, but not the prettiest walls behind either. S-tier tournament with C-tier players? Well, maybe. Clowns Cup, yeah. Do you think that the current meta favors more defensive playstyle or aggressive one? Pui. Tricky question. Current meta favors more defensive playstyle or aggressive one? I think that question doesn't make that much sense. The meta is basically the best strategy. Right? So the meta always says what is the generic strategy that should perform best against most other strategies. So the meta is basically the perfect balance that people think at the moment between aggressive and defensive. So it's favoring neither. That's at least my definition of meta. Aggressive, I'd say. We are seeing much faster games across tournaments due to aggression, even in team games. Yeah? But then it just says, like, oh, scouts are in! How did that happen? This is so bad for CL. Again, he will lose so many villagers. No chance of rewalling there. He's trying to make a house happen behind this one, but we will get in there. Oh, this is so ugly. Oh, no. Archers should just split. Phew. Do you know Hunt the Waller? No, do you? Knights are coming over, we'll clear this one up. I think archers could just dive in and try to find the maximum amount of kills. Was he trying to make something happen against the only +1 defense knights? Triple stable by Vivi here with Magias. Hello, he really wants to inflict the pain. On the other side, look at that. 6 and 5? Is that a sling or what? What is happening here? We're at 23 minutes? Guys? What is happening here? How many knights does he have in production? Why not a third stable then? Why no second defense upgrade? This is so wild. Meta is what most people think it's best, not what's actually best. That's correct. What? No, that's wrong. Meta, like, like, meta is what most people on that level think is right. So meta could be different on different levels. Yes, that is meta is, but play style is not strategy. The question still makes sense. I think maybe rephrasing the strategy could help me. No sling to Castle Age? Yeah, I know. That's why I was so confused. Because, like, having 11 knights in production and your teammates still in Feudal Age just didn't feel right. That's why I, for a small moment, thought we saw a Feudal Age sling. Which obviously is against the rules. People's obsession with meta at lower levels is too much over-focusing on getting better. Well, if you play the meta, you're actually really, really good. And you, like, if you play meta and know everything about the meta, then you won't be at the low level. Like, diversing away from the meta makes you worse. Like, in poker we call it game theory optimum. So if you always try to play as close as possible to game theory optimum, there's basically no counter strategy to you. Say that to Hoang? I could. What will that change? Oh, crossbow's overextending here. Need to 3-volley those. Is axing now. Vivi wasn't around. Knights will get a good clear up. Jibatong out there alone. What a risky move. They saw some knights. Crossbows out. And it just feels like Britons and Berbers should really dominate Castle Age now. More range, cheaper knights. They will have some time where they can pressure now. I try. Let's speak about top players. Low players try to mimic it anyways. So, is the meta currently favoring aggressive players or aggressive players? Let me think about it. That's a tricky question, my man. Is it favoring aggressive players or aggressive players? Out of those two options, and I really like that you took your time really thinking about that question. I would say aggressive players. Don't you need to test out other things too? Poker, you know what's optimal. No, you don't know what's optimal. You don't know what's optimal. If you know what's optimal, then you are the best player in the world. What about passive-aggressive players? Passive-aggressive is only my chat and my commentary. You still play poker, Nearly? Well, from time to time. Does it even make sense to speak about meta without context? It has to be different on different maps, right? Yes. I'm assuming the person asked about Arabia 1v1. Which is a bold prediction, but if I ask back again, then we get even more confusing. In poker, you never know what's optimal because of lack of information, right? No. That's wrong. You try to play optimal against all the options that he has. Oh, now another engagement where we don't have Jibatong around. Not the greatest team play. This is horrible for Vivi here. I'm not sure why he's trying to take this advantage. Uphill and without his teammate. Ooh. Yeah, I have a really good passive-aggressive meta. Tim+CL should win this? Well, it is now Castle Age for them. Any idea when the November update is going to drop? Yes. Okay, Monk's around now as well. Are we trying to take another engagement here? Looks like it. Magias +2/+2. No attack upgrades for the Berbers. Now trying to take the hill advantage, but CL isn't fighting a lot. Now Monk from the side trying to get something. Jibatong not really getting the numbers in there. Lots of knights stuck in the back. Horrible engagement for Tim+CL there. Oh boy, Vivi did just smash this one so well. He is nicely ahead when it comes to villagers as well, but Jibatong slightly behind, so overall pretty even. But this is the time where Berbers and Britons really should have shined, and they did not. CL down to 7 military only. Hi. So many dead green horses. Yeah, not really fighting back too well. That was a big problem. Isn't poker about finding the worst opponent to have the gambling addiction? That it is one good skill, yes. If you always play again, like if you don't have a contest and only play against bad gambling addicts, then you will probably make a lot of money. Yes. What's your favorite map, Nilly? Golden Hill. Wonder if Purpose will build camels to deal with the night raids now. Probably shouldn't with those crossbow numbers around. Camels simply die too quickly. Thing is though, if you play against bad players, if you improve your game, you can win even more against them. If you simply play better and learn more. What is the blue bottom left? Sneaky TC. 4 villagers around there. Did go around with them. Tim gets a castle up. Don't expect Yeoman to be researching castle age though. What is Golden Hill? A map. Water. Gold. Hills. Maybe check out NAC1. Was one of the standard maps there. And we had it in ECL as well. Really like it. Great for team strategies. Lots of green army now on the field. How many stables do we have? 4 stables here. Monks should get sniped quite easily. Knights need to run away. Lots of damage inflicted there. One monk down. The other one made it into the TC. Cross was still fighting. Tim was out of position there quite a bit. Wanted to protect his castle from going up. 1 monk down, 2 monks down. Camel's now fighting there against the crossbows. Doing some really good damage. I'm a bit surprised how crossbows arriving at the left-hand side. That was a solid defense by CL. Jibatong is now getting completely cleared up. Not fighting again. But I want to see the aggression from Jibatong at 1 military. What is happening here? He's switching into Mangodai or what? Not a single castle. Only now. Oi, oi, oi. Up on the way to Imp pretty soon. But that will be really small Mangodai numbers. Oh boy. Vivi will need to make a crazy hold alone 2v1. Now camel numbers should be crazy. And camel production, we don't really have anything. But camel crossbow, they have no answer to that at the moment. Mangodai will take ages to get into reasonable numbers. I think Vivi should die here. Who do you favor in late game? Well, late game. Obviously, Mangodai kill everything. But I don't think we will get there. I think Tim+CL should be able to get stuff done. Is this B versus C? Yes, yes. Meta in sports games is a really interesting discussion in evolutionary psychology because it mirrors how different psychology ecosystems in nature eventually cause similar behaviors across different animals and plant species. But a single persistent mutation or evolution change can cause just one species to break the entire ecosystem. Similar to Hang being able to just about anyone with his crazy approach. It's like dynamic you can never truly figure out. You can figure it out quite easily. If you pick Civ, you're doing really well against him. Huang simply can't survive because people play random Civ against his pick Civ. Huang wouldn't be part of the... Like, that's why you never see Huang perform well in tournaments. Need to read my thesis next on stream. Doesn't Camel Archer destroy Mangodai? You're absolutely correct. Camel Archer count, well, is getting set up in some form now. Camels will deal with them okay-ish first as well. Pick the engine to Hang, build barracks, build before mill and grab the sweet free elo. Oh, there are lots of ways. Villagers now dying. 1 conversion there. Mangonel is getting focused down and will die in the back. Crossbow now diving in. Still very little army out. We only have 8 military from Jibatong. Those Mangodai are arriving now. Taking the fight uphill, crossbow dying. Those camels need to fight as well. Maybe focusing down the Mangodai with the crossman is a good option. Camels still fighting uphill. This is the best fight Vivi could have hoped for. Really good job by Vivi and probably poor job by Tim+CL, wasting so much time. Now Mangodai numbers are rising. Those crossbows should really just focus down the Mangodai that are splitting away. Realizing that quite nicely. Finally the hill advantage, and that was just such a patient play by Vivi. Didn't take the fight, even went up to him. Ballsy move, took that fight, smashed up all the army, and now I think they are in a beautiful spot. Should get more map control. Look at that aggressive castle. That is not the fight that Tim+CL needed to do. Both up on the way to Imperial Age. Now reaching Imp, but no army left to upgrade. Ay, 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 ay. That one hurt. Ay, 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 ay. What's the best team bonus for 2v2 in your opinion? Portuguese free cartography. Nice game. Big fights back and forth. Yeah, yeah. Team Acropolis is a really nice map. Oh, that castle will go up. What does evolutionary psychology say about that fight? A lot. Actually interesting to see there. Going for the gold. And Team Acropolis. I like that design, honestly. I really like that one. Does Portuguese bonus work with Vietnamese TC scouting bonus? Yes. And Burmese as well. So it looks like you got the measles. If you have Portuguese, Vietnamese, and Burmese in one team. Or someone just all over your minimap. Forward castle now. I think I would have loved to see that castle more defensively. Because, honestly, Imp Camels should just be really, really good here. Always push for Portuguese and Vietnamese in team games because you're newbies. Well, if you have 2 cavalry civilizations to complement that, still makes hell of a sense. I think that Khmer, Frank, Vietnamese, Portuguese sounds like a reasonable 4v4 Arabia's civilization pack. Yeah, British Ramgo against Mongols. Something you rarely see because it simply isn't a thing. Zitterliebe, hey yo! Going for some wood there at the top. Some expansion there in the center. Tim+CL still leading in score, but it just feels like Paladin Mangudai should be so tough to stop. How many gold miners for Vivi? Well, I see 20 now. Was pushed away there. Is trying to run around a bit. Sneaky stables there. Trade still not an option. Pretty poor spot here that he can't really build proper markets. Vivi, I think he didn't scout that gold. Oh, that is unfortunate for him. Probably has to build the markets up top. Same goes for Tim unless... Oh, they might go for that one. Then you can squeeze in 1 market. Maybe 2. Ram defense now finished there. Still lots of camels and arbalests around. Won't be that easy to engage into that one. Magia Paladins now moving in. Arbalest finding an okay spot, but moving away from that one. Quite surprising. Yeah, okay, he moves to the Harbidiers, to the Heavy Camels. So that makes hell of a lot of sense. Elite Mangudai now to deal with those, though. And Paladins not really taking the best engagement. Camels moving away, and Mangudai, just such a good unit there. Mobility, damage output, firing rate, really good. Unless you fight uphill against Arbalest and Camels, then I don't like those too much anymore. More Paladins coming over to clear up the Arbalest, but also more Camels joining the party. Two castles up, but, well, no interest in taking into Camel Archers, as you can see. Still no fletching. Does he have bloodlines on Mangudai? Obviously, yeah. And we see Maghrebi Camels, so wants to have them healing. Lovely, lovely bonus. Final capture age dropped earlier for me. Worst change in D was Slav nerf, in my opinion. What? I'm not a fan of the new capture age. Well, Woobly capture age obviously was a beauty of a thing. Was Maghrebi only for camel archers? I thought it was for all camels. Yeah, it's for all camels. All camel units, as you can see. Castle now getting punished. This game could still go either way. Arbalest around will find lots and lots of kills. No trade from either side. You spotted that one correctly, my man. That is a tough army to kill now. Where are the Mangodai numbers? Did he lose so many here? No, okay. Just sniped the trap. Now goes away. And that gold goes to, is going to CL shouldn't really happen. Tim and CL both basically pop limit now. On the other side, 140 and 140. That is not a good fight, even though it is downhill. But look at those Arbalest numbers. Hello, my man. Tim with 86 military on the field can snipe down so much from distance, sitting at 10 range there. No Yeoman on those. Harbor the attack now for Tim behind this one. And Mangodai, they love to take the fight from the hill here. Camels trading off. Still no one really setting up any trade, but simply there's so much more map control, therefore they get more gold. Paladin numbers are completely shreked, and as you can see now, Arbalest focusing down on those Mangodais. You see the shots coming up, and Vivi, he does not have enough stuff there, and oh boy, did they mow through those. Yeah, camel numbers completely dropped as well. Tough fight, not sure if they needed to take that fight uphill. Skirms now being mixed in, not the greatest sign. Paladin still surviving. Traps in some danger. Arbalest, I don't think they need to run too far, though. They can take the fight against the Mangodai, but Skirm number simply too high. 28 Skirms here mixed in, and that's why Tim needs to retreat. Camel production continues, and, well, they're now going for the markets. And Tim and CL are going to take this one, seeing they can't really set up trade. Or was that a disconnect? Quite interesting that Jibatong can't really do too much, but no, now both players resigning. Tim and CL only one game away from making it into the main event. Hello. And Vivi+Jibatong might be out again, already dropping in Battle of Africa 2. Then winning the Silver League, but or was it called Gold League there? I think it was called Gold League, right? Which doesn't really make a lot of sense being the second league, but okay. What team is better between those? Well, we are here to try to find out, right? I said before I could flip a coin whose team is better, and I think it is likely that the loser of this team will win the Silver League. I think 1k for first in the Silver League. Something like that. Tim and CL now leading 2-1. No GG's again. Well, we don't have in-game chat. Vivi, he did a good job of holding there, but Mongols just take so long for the transition. I think they wasted too many of the crossbows. I'm not sure if Mongols are such a good pick on this map, honestly. We just saw Vivi playing 1v1 for too long, and Tim and CL just having a good synergy there with Berbers and Britons. Really good job. Mongols still get Arbalest. Made no sense to waste 30 expos for 5 fills. I don't know that 5 villager spot, but yeah, I think they needed army in Castle Edge longer. Mr. You're playing this tournament? Yes. I made a full video on YouTube where you can see me going over like two videos. I made 2 videos. First of all, I made a video going over all the teams that are participating and how I think they will shape up. Obviously, now we know how they shaped up. And you can see me going over all the predictions. Who is top 8 contender? Who is top 16? How far are they going? I thought Vivi and Tim would team up together with Jibatong, so that was wrong, but still a lot of other predictions will be very relevant. And then I made a video now with all the group stages and talking about that over here. And yeah, then you can see the Norway against USA, for example, that I see how they will play out, how Germany will perform, yada yada, and will give all my thoughts on how this one is playing out. I will upload this one because it's such a good video. Jibatong. The backseat in old secret chair, now he has new GL chair. But
Rogan?
Funke Karotte, hey yo, thanks for the prime. Vietnam B beating USA, underestimating Battle Royale players so much. Yeah. Which Civ gets the best Jenny tours? I'm thinking Turks. Turks makes sense, right? Yeah. Nidhi, what's the most suitable strategy for Malay? I assume you're asking about Arabia 1v1. Then I like Drush into Flush. If you play against bad players, then meta is not the best, fastest way to win, right? You have information to switch away from meta. Yes. That's called exploitation. Moving away from the meta to win faster. But to win safer, you probably should still play meta. Thing is, like him, like the worst player diversing from meta means you need to adjust to his strategy, right? What would be ranking of those 4 individuals' team game skill? Tough for me to say. Probably Jibatong last. Maybe Vivi, Tim+CL, Jibatong. I can't give you a good answer. Do you think we will see TC drop in the Finnish playoffs? Not unlikely. What was the result for Yo Lux versus Bad Koala and Bypower? I think 3-0. Should a player who has a lower chance of winning divert from the meta? Depends on how much lower, right? If you're 49-51, then no. If you are 90-10, depends on what your alternative strategy is. How to adjust builds for Melee in your opinion? Just add 2-3 builds, normal build? Makes sense, yeah. Why are Indians hardly played anymore? They went from S tier Civ to being hardly played at all anymore. They lost Arbalest. And in team games, they are still S tier. Team game pocket. Thoughts on drushing with 2 instead of 3 when doing it before mill? Drushing with 2 instead of 3 when doing it before mill. Something we might see people try out a bit more in the future. Not the worst thing, I believe. Do you know where in China these guys from? Those 4, no. What do you think about the performance of Goku and Riot versus Stark and Brew? I didn't see those games. I was watching poker. Because most of the time players ban it also. In team games? Often. Do you think Malians is the most versatile Civ in the game? Malians are good. Chinese are good. Probably Malians might be on that list, yeah. Vivi and Jibatong still live in the same flat? To my knowledge, yes. Oh, there's only 1 team allowed per country. That's why they have these qualifiers. 2 per country are allowed in the main event. Yeah. Valley is up next. If I remember correctly, Yo said that they all live relatively close except for Tim. Yeah, like they live in Fuzhou. Paladin and Yo. China should have been divided. It's like Europe that has 2 teams only. Okay. In your opinion, who is the most funny pro player, excluding you? Most funny pro player. I have lots of questions. What do you mean by funny? What do you mean by pro player? I will just say doubt to make it easier on myself. Do you miss Tom Juan? A bit. China is a big country. I heard rumors, yeah. Is there enough letters to name all the German teams? Well, German alphabet has more, right? The Ä, the Ü, the Ö. Like, Germany Ä. Can then go for Germany Ö, Germany Ü, Germany SZ. What? Germany Ö, Germany Ü, Germany SZ. So we have some options. Like 30 teams easily. Germany only has like 11 teams, right? Yeah, I think so. I don't know how many. I know at least 5. Tom Dawn playing Poke After Dark now? I don't know. Are there real letters or just variations? Would in Poland be any I with the bar be a new letter? And they're real letters. Like football, for example, is written... That's how we call football. So this is a real letter. And hands is Hände. And feet. Füße. Oh, look at that wild one. And Ethiopians is Ethiopia. Just to name a few. Piephände. Learning German with Nilly. Tune in Mondays. What's the most fulfilling thing about being in AU community and gaming community in general? Like for me, like I'm doing some stuff in my life that I would pay for, and I'm actually getting paid for it, right? GL is paying me to train with Viper, and I would have paid for Viper coaching. I would have paid for flying to the Maldives and casting there, and I wasn't paid, but at least I got hotels for free and such, right? Learning sound effects is better. Remember that Austria is in... Yeah, Austria is... this weird letter. Getting played to get wrecked by Viper sounds like tournament participation in their prize pool. Nice, right? Do you have to do some key combo for that on keyboard? No. Do I have... Now I will do something really stupid. But you can see German keyboard. It has those letters included. Ä, Ö, Ö. SZ. That's my clean keyboard, by the way. And let's jump into the action, shall we? 2-1 lead for Tim+CL. Back against the wall here for Jibatong and Vivi. They are playing Valley as their home map. New hotkey potential. I actually have something there. Yeah. Can you assign hotkeys to those? Do the German need nerfed? Yes, I could. But you could just put on 2. What? Why is the GL sign so far down there? That is weird, no? Ah, now I know. Okay. Nah, I will leave it there. It's for capture age. German keyboard only has 1 key more than the US one. I think there are different German keyboards as well. Yeah, they're just labeled differently. Every keyboard has those keys, just with different symbols. Yeah, every keyboard has those keys is a wrong thing to say. But yeah. Do you think that on Valley anyone would actually go for Hunt, or is it just another chance to play Arabia? I think the latter. I don't think it's worth it to go for the center. Doesn't game decision making come only with experience, and you can get coached for it? You can get coached for it. Like, there are some decision makings simply like, if A, then do B. That is technically decision making. And if you go for a wild definition, then the decision making, okay, I have Franks and I go scouts, is already a decision, right? You don't have to have a lot of experience with that. Just watch Nili AoE play and do as he says. And then you already make better decisions. When going scouts, why don't more people do 2 on wood to age up faster? Could be an option. I honestly think people won't have a good answer for that. Not really sure how much you are upping faster though, right? Because what are we doing? Like 3 till 9 minutes, so it's 6 minutes. You should get 120 more food, but get less. I don't think you can even. You have 15 villagers. 15 villagers, 25 seconds, 750. You only have 40 more food, I believe. If you have 1 villager more on food and click up 1 villager earlier. That's wild nearly math though, so don't. We could do the math at one point if we have some downtime. Not today though, guys. Can I pop 19 with normal 3 on wood build with generic Civ? Not with a great economy though. Okay, Chinese lure, 4 on there, and tip. That looks solid. Love to see how it's there in the long run as well. And we see Vivi already walling himself up. Chinese lure, yeah, makes lots of sense, right? The Chinese player goes for Chinese lure. Did I actually? It's still cold in here. Maybe I should not have opened the window. Weird stuff. I somewhere saw on YouTube video is 50 resources, not totally sure. Yeah, 50 could be fine as well. Yeah, I found a new strategy with Japanese. Mill before lumberjacks and play like AO3. Click up to 16 pop. Okay. Do you do Chinese lure, Nili? No, but I should. I think it is superior. Why not go for zebras in the middle? Because if you have villagers here, how do you protect them? You don't. So they die. Does anyone know where I can get 1v1 overlay from showing player names in civs? Showing player names in civ? What? In my opinion, Valley is just the worst version of Arabia. Agreed. Not a big fan of it. I think there needs to be bigger advantages. Maybe like having forests around there as well so you can wall in this area. I think that would make lots of sense. Yeah, or more pawns that you can just wall around there. Something like that. 2 on wood screws you if you get lame. Maybe that's why 3 is safer. Interesting idea. I've seen 2 on wood builds with Khmer. Yeah. Why no Mongols? I don't think they're that much better on this map. Human second TC on Zebra? Well, then after you got those Zebra, you're kind of out of it. And you can't build on that white area. So it has to be a wild one. And you have 8 villagers out on the map. TC takes endless amount of time. If the Drush arrives, the game is basically over. Gate. Oi. What is this? 4 militia Drush. And Eagle. Give me a wall. Give me a wall. House. House. Okay, good job. Got some volleys off. Okay, just got a WhatsApp message. Sorry for being distracted. Stable now being put up here. Double archer range drop by our Vietnamese player. No surprise there. Stable drop by Hans player. So all pretty standard except that we see the 4 militia drush by Mr. Timboy, who is building a wild mining camp and wants to play fast castle after this one will be fully walled. So Drush FC by our Aztec player. Came up building mill and house at Zebras. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. But then again, like, opponents can just constantly spam there. And if they're walled, they're guaranteed to find damage. Right? And your production will be behind. Or will it be? But that's an approach I like. Yeah, could be a thing. Nee, do you think people properly utilize Khmer House dwelling bonus? Could it be used here? Ah, that was the same message as before. I think you're onto something, guys. Villager now coming out. Single villager loss would be pretty bad here. Single scout loss as well. Scout needs to be microed away. Good job there. And villager survives at 13 HP. Fights back. 7 HP. 4 HP. And yoinky yoink. 1 HP. I never feared for her at all. And that is a solid 5-0. KD. Vivi with a nice clear up. So lucky. Also calculated. Ooh, other side got in there and killed a spearman. Wanted to go for the villager now. Didn't really work out. And seems like Jibatong will be fully walled. Vivi math? Yeah, we need an emote for that probably. What is happening here? Tim. 6 on gold. Why does it show 7? Oh, 1 over here. That's way too much. Now an archer range, a blacksmith there. I'm not a big fan of this build-up. But okay. Will be a bit later, but he will have very solid production. Archers indeed. Well, makes a lot of sense. Eagles are pretty horrible in 2v2. No, guys. Crossbows. Crossbows is the way to go. Full stone wall now by Tim. Ay. Tim and CL, those 2 players are... yeah, just so known for that. Now goes for archers. Can go for quite some early production. Don't think that 3 villagers there walling is so important. Tim and stonewalls, yeah, indeed. Okay, archers now coming over, but won't really find too much. Obviously tougher to rewall for the non-archer players, so they will try to attack CL. He should really be the guy reinforcing those walls now. Bit surprised that he is not. Stone walls all will go up. Tim will be super safe. CL should get the information that he needs to wall more. Rushing out a defensive tower here might be an option as well. Army's coming over. So every player completely walled now. Ah, spotting a guy that was housed. How does he have 5 on gold? And is floating gold. Did he just pull villagers? That looks really weird. Shouldn't be floating 300 gold at that point. And that will be problematic for CL. Probably has to abandon this wood line, build a defensive tower there, wall some there. I think that's the play. That's the play. Oh, he sends those away. Oh, that's such a risky move. That's such a risky move. And so unnecessary, no, guys? Like, having those exposed, they have 0% chance of a defense. But we see that tower going up, but maybe with some losses. Archers can just sit under there. Or is he diving through? That's an interesting decision to make now. One villager down. Good job of walling there by CL. But we'll find some more losses. Archers can still move in there and sit under it. Goes for the wood line. Archers are moving in. Villagers, so many dying here. And that was not great team communication. CL, a bit underprepared. Could be more dead villagers. Can he find 2 more kills? He will find not even 1 more kill. Okay. So 30 villagers here for CL. Not the worst thing in the world. But Crossbow now need to do some damage here. Tim kind of reminds me of game number 1. CL will be pretty dead. Couldn't really deal with the aggression. And Tim now needs to carry. So those will actually be the backbone of his economy. Funnily enough. Crossbow coming over, fully walled is Vivi, and I'm honestly smelling some game number 5 here. Delete the palisade wall. Why is palisade gate? Why that? Farm with 170 food getting killed. Small damage. Archers around, and they should still know that, like, why is this woodline abandoned here? Huh. Yeah, Stonewall 1v1 makes way more sense than in team games. I agree with that, because both players need to team wall then. Oh, and catching those archers. Don't start the TC. No! Oh, 107 stone. Okay, so you can still rebuild one. But, ay. Do they have the wood at the bottom of the map scouted before? Unlikely. No, they don't. But still, like, there were some villagers, right? Where did they go? CL some knights. Crossbow coming over. Would love to see a market block here. Do we have enough wood? Yes, we do. So that shouldn't really work too well. Oh, pulls the villagers, actually. Pulls the university. Deletes the university. With 700 wood in the bank. University here. Oh, that makes hell of a lot of sense. Okay, I like that adjustment. Crossbow round. Monastery now for CL. World Cup bracket link, please. Liquipedia is your place to go. AoE zone as well. Tim will kill with elite eagles. Okay. I will trust you on that if you say so. And TC being built on the outside here. This one is this fight for China B. Tim Waltz greater Vivi Knight spam. Well, we will see CL having quite some problems first. More knights fall, or more villagers falling here. Not the easiest job. No Saracen bonus now, so we can't really fight against that tower. 41 villagers. Quite surprising that Jibatong is at 41 only as well. Jibatong has fewer villagers than CL. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Interesting. Now breaking through that area again. +2/+1 on those crossbow. +2/+1 on the other side. Jibatong obviously having more HP. Knights, no upgrades again. Against Bloodlines and 1 defense upgrade. But that looks like Ballistics. Hill advantage. Taking that fight. Knights should really come in there. Why are they taking the fight without the Knights? Not the greatest choice in my opinion. Ay. Waiting for more Knights to come over. 3 might join the party. More crossbows. And then they can take the fight again. CL just so far behind. Now takes the fight with a hill. Nice split there by Jibatong. Good play And that's micro that you sometimes don't see from Chinese. But now, as I mentioned earlier, without the lag could be good. Knight conversion there. And that one kind of hurts because he has bloodlines and the defense upgrade now against the crossman. But Knight numbers are just so superior here for Vivi. He's moving in crossbow numbers now, completely decimated for Tim as well. He's sending some more army for reinforcement, but that won't be enough. Another Hmong conversion, doing a good job of holding here, but crossbows are just so good. And yeah, no bloodlines, only one defense upgrade. It will be tricky for sure for CL to address those crossbow numbers. 18 on the field, now Siege Workshop being dropped. More red is coming over and he can intercept those crossbows if he wanted to, but easier said than done. Commercial bonus is described as such. Villagers can garrison inside houses. That would imply they can garrison in foreign houses as well. Ah, okay. True. Needy Auctioneer? I think that would be a good one. I think, obviously, I would be better in German. But just spamming in those words and just screaming numbers. I wouldn't mind that. I actually did one full cast like a horse race commentator. Or not a full cast, like, let's say a 2-minute sequence. People love that as well. Another Hmong gets the conversion. Oh no, doesn't. The knight actually dies, so still 100 phase there. And up on the way to Imperial Age is Vivi+Jibatong. Sits at only 62 villagers, so not the greatest job of booming. 3 TCs, had some losses there. Maybe just clearing up those crossbow might be a thing. 16 crossbow out there alone on the field. Vivi, thinking about imping as well, as we can see with his resources. What is your tip for a new poker player who wants to play sit and go? Only play if you know you can play your A game. Never play emotionally influenced. No matter if hyper happy or hyper sad or trying to chase loss or something. Yeah. Nilly, when will you play for World Cup? Tonight, 18 GMT. Do you see a way of China to lose this match? No. I'm very, very likely. Well, actually, the more I think about it, yeah, I think China's... They should lose this, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Can anyone garrison villages in converted Khmer houses? I don't think so. I think you lose that. It's only Khmer in their own house. At least that's what I believe. Is there any civ that don't go archer knight late game but does melee unit like champions? Well, Malians is an option. We saw that from Viper on Colosseum in Battle of Africa. Quite a bit. And Khmer can go elephants. Some other civilizations can go, for example, plumes or mango dice. Eagle transitions is sometimes a thing, as we can see here from Aztecs, and Spanish can go for conquistadors. So yeah, there are some. Converted Khmer house, you can garrison civ. You can garrison civs inside of it. Wilds, you probably mean? I didn't know. Okay. Stonewall comeback. They were never gone. You probably simply didn't follow a lot of CL and Tim games. LS used to be able to garrison, I swear, read it was a change though. Ah, okay. So, the problem is with the full Eagle switch, it only works if your opponent has low knight numbers. And we have full knight production here. For Vivi. He's only sitting at 11 though. But we only have 15 eagles on the other side, so not the craziest numbers. And Elite Eagle isn't flying in either, lacking some food. Now they go here. Rams eating quite a big shot of those two mangonels. Don't eagles have bonus versus calf? I think they do, yes. But not a big one. More to balance them a bit. Should CL sling that now? Interesting question. I don't think it's a bad option, yeah. I think it actually could have made sense for CL to sling in this spot, yeah. Great catch, my man. Yeah, those knights aren't doing anything anymore against the Arbalest. Eagles, only 2 defense upgrades on those. No elite eagle. And Arbalest should still do lots and lots of damage. I think even focusing down the eagles might be better than focusing down the knights. Simply because the eagles will upgrade, the knights won't. And now we're just focusing them down. And you think, okay, this is really good for Tim. But this is only good for Tim as long as the cavaliers aren't arriving of Vivi, and they will come around any second. The eagles even killed, not having the last defense upgrade really hurt them. Their mangonel dies, and if the second mangonel dies, now the crossbow will or the arbalest will prevent the mangonels from killing the rams. Rams will open this one, cavaliers will be in, and then CL has no chance of holding this one. Have you seen last night the Brazil match? Nope, I was watching poker. Eagles now coming over, trying to make something happen. Maybe even an elephant could be really good for the defense here. Monk saved in the castle. Lovely move. Nice awareness of Vivi. He just needs to hold with his cavaliers now. They're killing all those. Monk shouldn't really get too much done. And more stables being dropped. But how can you ever get into numbers? Only now the second defense upgrade flying in. Eagles can't get in here. Nice map design by Jibatong. Cavaliers coming over to defend. This one will be really tricky for CL to put anything on the map. Paladin upgrade for Vivi on the horizon as well. Jibatong very aware of walling this one off. Maybe the last dance with all those eagles. Goes for the Rams first. Paladin upgrade, how far away are we? We're at 63% only. So we'll take some time. Are they taking the engagement before? Doesn't look like it. Watching poker. Pro poker player still watches poker. Well, I'm a pro Age of Empires player and still watching Age of Empires, right? You think professional soccer players don't watch a single soccer game? Tim having to save CL every game? If you say so. Don't say soccer, please. Soccer, please. Oh, no, don't say soccer, please. Oh, sorry. Then I should not have said soccer, please. Because you wanted me to not say soccer, please, right? I thought you said you wanted me to say soccer. Came of kind of as a soccer. Only loser Americans say soccer? Really? I'm not really sure why you're saying the same word twice. But okay. Good morning, T90. Hope you slept well, my man. Just tried it. Khmer can't garrison in ally houses. Yeah, that's what we kind of knew. The question is, if you convert a Khmer house, can you garrison in it? And the next question is, can Khmer garrison in houses that they convert? And then the uber question is, if a Khmer house is converted and a Khmer is converting them back, I'm not even sure if they have redemption, can you then garrison in it again? What's British for soccer? Football! Paladin's just so good at defending against Eagle Raids now. I can chase those down. Cavaliers are coming over. Getting something done. We see conscription on the way for Vivi, so he is probably able to sling some. is sitting at pop limit. Tim at 160. The other players around 130 here. Takes another engagement, but those Arbalests are just so tough to combat. Not the greatest fight here, taking the fight alone, but pikeman numbers not high enough. We don't have Garland Wars, if I spotted that correctly, indeed. And Paladins just clearing house. And we're most likely jumping into game number 5 of this one. Arbalest doing such a good job of pushing in here. Yeah, Japanese only getting cap drams, but if you're not really getting attacked, that's not the worst thing ever, and they will just do the job regardless. Paladins just doing such a fine job. And oh, extra gold? What? What? Did T90, if you're here, did they add extra gold for Valley? Because this is super imba. Look at that, guys. There are 2 extra golds for Vivi+Jibatong. And there are no extra golds for CL and Tim. Like, this is so unfair. I'm trying to find it on the minimap. This one is what he will... No, those are his normal golds. That's his normal gold. I'm not sure if you could call it a bugged map then. But this is like super unfair. GG. Not sure if it decides the game. Like, it very likely didn't decide the game. But just think about it, like Aztec player already being out of gold because there's no extra gold. And the Spanish player, the Persian player can just produce so much more. Probably not relevant here, but that should absolutely be fixed. Game number 5 hype. So there's 2 4-tile golds. I don't know. Like, I played a game on Valley and there were no extra golds. Where's the 2v2 schedule on AoE zone? Well, Vivi got the most kills there. Lovely KD there. Completely shreked him through the map. CL, well, losing early on and then he couldn't really do so much more. And that was poor communication, right? Tim completely stonewalling himself. CL being open. That should not be a thing. And oh boy. While moving the camera earlier, I actually threw over my stream deck here. Let me see if I can put that properly again. Okay. Here we go. Then he's probably trying to wash his face so to properly wake up. Okay. So, game number 5, we don't know what map it is. We only know that it has to be the home map of Tim and CL. Huns are gone. Aztecs are gone. We have Persians and Vietnamese gone. Lithuanian, Spanish. Is that Nomad? Nomad would make lots of sense. Malians. Yeah, I expect Nomad to be the last one. Okay, I quickly need to go pee, and it's the hype song for game number 5. Decider, who makes it into the main event, and who is in the Silver League.
Vivi+Jibatong.
Oh boy, do I know timings. Hello. Game number 5. From the civilizations left, I think Nomad feels really likely. Is there a team tournament for GL soon? Nothing announced. Jibatong. Nomad! Oh god. Look at this guy. And how professional he is. How knowledgeable. You really know why you turned into this channel. Bam! But he doesn't know how to drink. So, Q&A time. They will take their time before we jump into game number 5. So, hypothetical. How could we get the song Asking for a Friend? Just watch the video. Oh no, hype! Exclamation mark hype song in the chat. What are you going to eat after this? Wraps. Lithuanians and Spaniards are strong too on Nomad. Yeah. Malians? Not really sure what the other civ is going to be. Burmese? I think Burmese is better, right? Then I understand the rule change correct. Douche not allowed on Nomad anymore? Oh, I didn't know about that. Maybe I should have read the rules. Let's maybe read through the rules then. 2v2 World Cup. Rules and settings. Rules and settings. Add clarification of Arabia, maybe not choosing the home map. Nomad rules. Nomad rules. In the event of a non-TC start, example, Nomad. I think in this method it's only Nomad. That's a start where players do not have town centers, but only villagers. The first building constructed must be either a town center, dog mill, or lumber camp. Okay. So what? Why can't you open with a house? Okay. Villagers fight are not allowed before minute 3:30 game time. No barracks outpost, no palisade wall, and no more than one house may be built until the first TC is up. No TC fighting is allowed. If it happens, the game must be replayed. Should the administration decide that TC fight occurred intentionally, the team will ever before 3:30 not allowed to block another TC being built by using villager intentionally killing anymore. No TC fighting is allowed. Okay, yeah, so no douching. No douching. If you're a house, you're disqualified. Not sure if disqualified, but apparently you should lose that map, yeah. What other interesting, not well-known facts about this game are there? Like the fact that building on cracked terrain like damage faster. There's probably hundreds of things you don't know. By the way, in the rules, it's nothing about building markets on both sides. Trade making allowed then. Oh yeah, we should exploit that. Yeah. Good job. Thanks. Or actually, could you message Robo that it should be added in the rules? I think that makes more sense. It's an anti-Khmer rule. I've heard Khmer houses are busted, man. Okay. Absolutely ridiculous rules. I'm okay with no TC wars, but everything else is like completely trouble. What? Okay. Fastest unit in the game is a garrison Mongol siege tower withdrawal. That's wrong. Family God no TC wars is like complete. Yeah. D8, wrong language. You can do that thing. T90 was expecting room stack to CC drop. Haha. Apparently you can't do it. Which is interesting. So Persians became weaker and Teutons and Byzantines. What even the point playing Nomad? It's just slow start with 100% predetermined timing and nothing you're allowed to meddle with this. I think Nomad is a horrible map and should not be included in competitive tournaments. So you probably asked the wrong guy. Does anyone have the link to schedule of World Cup games? AOEzone.net. Well, with Persians, TC drop on the car stage, maybe it still counts in my opinion. Yeah, it's no TC fighting. Yeah. Way too luck based.
Rogan?
Funny Lily, thank you for all the laughs, but you are wrong. Nomad is the most amazing map.
No. No, but it's fun until you get TC dropped accidentally. Or if it's accidentally, then the game is just getting replayed. Neely, I have a flight in 10 minutes. Who is going to win this? Why are you flying, my man? Safe travels, I assume. And China. No, it's also fun to watch, but not fun to play if there's money on the line. Okay. Persian minded for solo play. Port Vietnamese for team win. I don't think Vietnamese are that strong. Nearly is team game 2v2 better format with more attacking game or 3v3 better format with pocket player? Well, lots of people disagree with that, right? I personally prefer 3v3 because it's more of the team factor. But I think 2v2 is nice as well. Yeah. Oh, you just reminded me one of my games in Vivi back then. I dropped the TC between two of my enemies and I got wrecked. Happens. If you convert non-Khmer house, a Khmer, you can't garrison it. So Khmer houses are different to other houses. If you convert non-Khmer house as Khmer, you can't garrison it. Okay, let's do the first step and check if Khmer have redemption. And they do. Okay. If you convert non-Khmer houses as Khmer, you can't garrison it. Okay, now the question is, you have a Khmer house, your opponent converts it, and you convert it back. Vululu style. Can you then garrison it again? Okay, so chat is really... Khmer Baus can garrison. Bro, Hio, could you send me a quick clip of it? Just make a 10-second video. Convert a Khmer house and jump into it. Because people... apparently someone just tested it and said it's different. Rushbot of the law when we need him in Canada. Fall to lower elo than when I start playing. Scenario for Incas, Mongols, and Khmer. What? I'm really confused, guys. Luckily, nothing is happening. What if you're playing Khmer Mirror and you convert a house? That's an interesting question again. Yeah. I'd like to see the players getting tired of constant wars and only building beautiful cities and farms. Wouldn't that be something? Like, for example, people trying to rush out who builds a wonder first. For example, isn't that something? Maybe something that's already on my YouTube. The world record attempt, #1. Still 1 minute too slow, but we will get there. By the way, all 4 players docking at the bottom here. It's going to be a rough one. Wonder race would be great. As I said, I did a wonder race on my YouTube. It's like 2 videos ago. What civ is better for wonder race? Most people are saying Khmer. Some people thinking Spanish. Bop. I saw Monos doing 25-10 with Spanish. Yeah, I think under 25 minutes, absolutely doable. And your Khmer perfect up was slower, so I guess Spanish. Nah, I wasn't perfect. I was far from perfect. Another idea, one team starts with the wonder and the other tries to destroy it. Hello! Wouldn't that be something crazy? They should really do a game mode for that, no? Ah, wall in the villager. No, the other way around. Get out of there. Wall, 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 wall. No! He could have walled in the villager. He's walling in his own villager, which is fine as well. But he could have walled in the enemy villager. Tim now walling in that one. Oh, gets out of there. Vivi playing with Tim there. Ay, ay, ay. 2 dogs. Can we get another one? Nice. No, no, nice quick walls. Okay, so we have the dog player at the bottom here. Mr. Vivi plays very active in that regard. Uh-oh, he should find lots and lots of kills. No one really docking at the other side. Is that what I wanted to say, but Jibatong actually there. And he is far from everyone. He will go for Spanish. I think Vivi and Jibatong are looking pretty good here. Isn't there used to be called a mode Defend the Wonder? Yeah, that was the joke. Not much love between those fellow Chinese? Apparently. Apparently. Okay, Burmese player Tim is on stone as well. And now the big question, which is the better unit? Rambai or Conquistador? And I think against those two, like those two units fighting each other, I think Conk is the better one. You just have more range. Your opponent can't really get there easily. You do so much damage. Nice micro here by Vivi. Very active, gets the fishing ship. Big problem though with Spanish, you need some food eco. So that might be a bit problematic. Interesting that he opened with the galley instead of fire galley first. Really surprised there. Jibatong doing good job of having the rebomb option there. And oh, Tim redocking as well. From my 50 minutes of testing with Khmer and monks, does seem that anyone can garrison Khmer houses as long as you can your ally own them, of course. Conversions keep them as Khmer houses. Okay. Why not fire ships? Well, they're not a castle age yet. But I think, yeah, a simple fire galley opening should have been something that Vivi should have gone for. I'm a bit surprised that he opted for galleys. Kongs will die hard without fish. Well, that's why he redocked, right? He has some, has a Villager there as well. Still can go for some more deer. Still has berries as success as well. Could even go for the boar there if he wanted to. House probably, indeed. CL is doing a good job of holding water here. When is you and Jordan's first match? Today, 18 GMT. Cast on Saturday or Sunday. I don't know. Wow, Jibatong actually walling. That is surprising to me as the Spanish player. And they're trying to go for a team wall then. Seems like it. Seems like it. You have any team as favorite minus you and Jordan, of course? Yes. Lots of them. I made a full YouTube video where I talk about all the favorites and all the groups. 2 different videos. First of all, who are the big favorites, and then second video, who is making it out of what group. So 2 hours Nilita and Jordan match. That's correct. That's why I will stop streaming after this game. And you will probably see Jordan going off pretty soon as well. And honestly, guys, 9 on stone. I don't want to say it, but that looks like double Castle Remby to me. Already 460 gold in the bank. That's going to be interesting. Now lots of walls here, but those won't save him for too long. Would love to see Jibatong maybe add a fire galley as well and get some harassment done there. CL still holding. Just should be Kongs dominating this one, right? So we won't know the outcome until weekend? Probably not, yeah. There are obviously ways to find out, but I don't want to tell you. So, yeah, you'd have to tune in Saturday and Sunday. We're playing against Netherlands. CL, can't he take this engagement? I'm a bit surprised. Oh, it doesn't even have fletching here. That's surprising to me. Oh, but we'll do enough. Oh, that is an overcommitted by Vivi. I'm quite surprised that he dove in that deep. Tim keeps his fishing ships alive. And how much stone do we have? 630 here. Drops some. Actually, is even dropping some farms. That's surprising to me as well. I didn't think you need any farms.
Rogan?
PFFFTRO. Stinky. Poop. Haha. Poopies. Funny poop.
And this is why we can't have fun, guys. Okay, so Stonewall's in the back here. I love that he didn't wall to the water, because then landings could have been option that they actually... Well, they actually wall to the edge of the map. The dock there by Tim, quite surprising, and oh boy, that will be lots of losses for Jibatong. Jibatong won't have any fish then. That one is cut off. That one is getting tricky. And then Conquistadors around. Now builds the Siege Workshop. Remby, actually not the greatest build order here by Tim. Only is on 1 castle for now. Also, and Jordan will stream your games today. We aren't allowed to. Otherwise, we obviously would have. If you ever want to travel after growing up, go to Angkor Wat. And I'm like, damn, I'm only 30 years old watching this. After growing up? Didn't I say after Corona? No POV casting allowed at all? Yep. Only in the Silver League. Are you allowed to upload your POV after Saturday and Sunday? Yes, but I did a poll the other day and asked if they wanted to see POV or me casting it. So the moment I cast, I won't upload POV because more people wanted to see me cast the set over uploading the POV. And how can we watch your matches at World Cup? Well, Saturday and Sunday, the Rex will be cast. Okay, now the first move in here. Ram, Conquistadors. They are diving in deep. That's something you don't want to do against the Rambai. You want to use your micro potential. Oh, no. That was a mistake by Jibatong for sure. Villagers can now fight this one down. Big mistake. Now villagers can jump in again. And those were lots of losses. Interesting. Lithuanian CA added now. What is happening here? Why did they think that is the best option? Apparently against a Rambai there. I'm confused. I have a question. Looking at your YouTube video, and you're saying Vivi+Jibatong is one of the top favorites, but what I recall, they basically never worked well before when teaming up. Seems like the bad chemistry to me. Why you think it'll be different this time? The money? Okay, what tournament are you recalling where the chemistry wasn't great? I'm a bit surprised that you say that. I just recorded a house video. I edit real quick and upload on YouTube. I'll post when done. Brujillo, I already trust you because other people said it as well. But thanks for all your effort, and we will try to look at it. Yeah. Anyway, where can I see the quali web? I don't know what that means. Either way, Angkor is amazing. You can spend weeks or months exploring those old temples in jungle there. Month? Really? I think after 4 days I would be bored AF. Just prize pool wise, better to win Silver League than finish in one of the last places in the main league, right? Yes, I think that shouldn't be the case. But I think so, yeah. I think last World Cup. Well, last World Cup had like $500 for first. This one has $7,000 for first. Ah, they changed it? Okay, makes sense. I hope you win the 2v2. Yeah, we won't, but thanks. Okay, good job on them. So, second castle up now, but no Rambai in production. Only one now by Tim. He obviously one of the slowest players in the game, so will be tricky. They won water on the outside, so good job here by CL controlling all that. Have some confidence. Well, confidence and unrealistic predictions are two different things. Just sees 2 militia rush before mill by archer guy and fast scout rush by other dude. Ah, okay. Now we solved Age of Empires. Again, who is the second of Nili? Jordan. The Great Anchor area has lots of different stuff there. If you get some locals to show you, there's amazing stuff there outside of the main tourist area. I know. Was that a copy pasta or? Okay. Which map is this? It's called Nomad. It's basically coastal, but you're starting without a TC. You still need to get out of your group to cash in more than the Silver League winner. Yeah. Okay, Kong's now chasing those down. A Rambai coming over, got all the upgrades. Obviously, getting all the upgrades isn't that tricky for them. On the other side, not sure if we have husbandry. Most likely not, because we don't have bloodlines. And now CA camping that hill. Lithuanian CA needs to micro quite a bit here. Taking some darts in their back, running away. And now Kongs are coming over and those are Rambai. Funny how we have 3 very similar units here fighting against each other. And somehow they're all very different though. All classified as cavalry archers. Cavalry ranged units. Ballistics now coming in for the CA, and then it gets really tricky for the Rambai. Was playing for Team Netherlands, go on my YouTube and you will find all the teams, all the groups. I made a video giving you a full overview. Do I look at Teutons differently, more favorable given they're closer to home? Nope. Okay, all the Rembai cleared up now. Let's take a look. What did we miss? So, 55 villagers here for CL, so he's far behind. I think this is the spot where Sling could make sense again. Castle number 3 in massive amount of houses. What is happening here? Why do we have like 13 houses here in no man's land? Pretty crazy. Jibatong, 93 out of 55. Camels now being added by the Malian player. Uh-oh, Kongs.
See? Monday.
Did they not even kill the villager? Oh, the accuracy of Remember is just so brutal. Score is really close. Look at that. Everyone within 200 points. Crazy. Very rarely do we see that, especially on Nomad. But once they hit, they get some damage output. Hallelujah. Second defense upgrade there. We now get bloodlines for Jibatong. He's sitting at now building the second castle. Okay. Bit on the later side. Rembai still dealing the damage. Nice quick walls there. Oh, now diving under the TC. Will eat some losses. CA running. Rembai getting close. Conquistadors doing a good job. And oh boy, did they dive in. Yeah, they will find some villager kills. But that's a lot of their army strength gone there. And sitting so long under the TCs. Damage output wasn't crazy. We're lacking some villagers inside. But that's again, a Rambais will die there. Third castle up now. Anyone having reasonable resources? Let's take a look at that. 500 food, 300 gold. So Tim, kind of the closest when it comes to getting up to Imperial Age. Oh, that was not the greatest thing for Vivi. Lost 3 CA before really fighting back. Lots of Kongs. Able to defend if they wanted to. Water. Oh, look at that. Oh, a small redock by Vivi. Not the most important thing in the game, though. Obviously, all players now setting up their Furico. Rembai finding some more kills. Good job. Guys, noob question. Do converted units keep the shift bonus? I think yes. No? No. Okay. I tried. Oh, Kongs. Oh, running. On the way to MPH is now Jibatong, actually, the first one. Quite surprising. Vivi can click up pretty soon as well. He goes for skirmishes. Tim, well, not the greatest food income. 22 is actually okay-ish, I would say. Could go up if he just cancelled all his TC stuff. And just go up to him. Obviously has castles to go up. Skirms will do reasonably well against the Rembai. Not the greatest thing against camels, though. Yeah, you don't lose the extra Pierce armor if Indian camels are getting converted. I think the only thing that changes is atonement. Like, if you have atonement, opponent doesn't have atonement, your converted monk gets atonement. I think that's kind of the only thing that's overtaken from, or like, changed on a converted unit. Going in deep again. Tim+CL so active, trying to pressure, trying to force so much to the other side. Camels doing an okay-ish job here, but honestly, just getting cleared up over and over again. Castle number 4 by Mr. Tim. 34% imp, and he will be able to produce quite some traps. Camels, yeah, that's not really the fight they want to take. Maybe some quick walls here could fly in, but aren't. Why are they always fighting under the TC? Well, it's the only entrance that they created for themselves, right? Otherwise, they fight in some castles. Castle under the hill. Well, over here it just maybe felt too risky for them to get trapped too easily. Okay. Some barracks being denied there, so no great answer against the camels for now. Mainly going for trash here. Does Vivi not have gold? He has some gold there. Has some gold there, so could technically go into something else. But, well, no castle for him. So it won't be that easy to transition. Oi, what a crazy game here. Still really close. Lots of map control, in my opinion, for Tim+CL. So many castles out. Would love to see bombard cannons on the field as well. A Rambai production certainly is there. Stone now slung to Jibatong. He's going for halberdiers. Okay. Why is that? 19 on gold. How much gold do we have behind this? Sorry for the fast scrolling. Okay, they will be out of gold pretty soon. So halberdier is the unit choice. Not the craziest thing against the Rambai, especially if the opponent is microing. How did Vivi just get all the stone? He's not on stone, right? Did he just buy everything? Didn't I just check and he had 68 stone? I think he just bought 700 stone. Holy moly. And yeah, stone is at 177. Food at 220. God. The players heavily bought food there. So spearmen, skirm. Simply not enough gold units for them. Just feels like the Rambai can't really be countered. Conquistadors around, Ram popping out, Trap will go down as well. Seems like Jibatong wants to take this fight, but this is under a castle, yeah, without fletching, but still, the Rambai should just do a good job. Camels focusing down the Conquistadors, but most of them are kept alive. Lots of Halberdiers dying, and now focusing down the traps. The Rambai doing an okayish job there. Traps still around. Those will die against the Rams. Heavy losses on both sides. Skirms are coming over. Losses under the castle. So much going on here. Although it felt like a one-dimensional fight, but a Rambai will clear this one up quite easily. Lots of Kongs still not fighting. Rams making another attack. But even if Tim loses one castle, that's not the end of the world for him. So there's lots of them. Patrols in. Halberdiers can't take this engagement. Good job here. Good job by Tim. Very active. Got one hit off and killed like 12 Halberdiers. Lovely moves. Now the supply switch? What is happening here? Champions can't be a good option. I think that has to be a misclick. Or maybe he doesn't know what the upgrade is doing. Feels really weird. We have CL now checking into champions. That makes way more sense to me. Trap's doing a good job there at the top. And last defense upgrade is coming as well. Champions will deal with this one pretty well. We see mainly trash and some siege. Therefore, Conquistadors the only unit that are really scary against the champions. How is the farm count looking of CL? 46? I don't mind that at all. Nice expansion there at the top. We'll finish those, so soon we'll have like 55 farmers. That allows him to go for lots of production. Remember, Malians, they get the extra Pierce armor for their champions. Don't get the last attack upgrade, but still good enough against what we see on the field here by Jibatong and Vivi, who are still mainly going for trash. Maybe want to go for that gold spot now. Reclaim that gold at least. I think they need to go for another unit then. Trash only won't be doing it for them. CL floating 3k gold indeed. Nice catch there. Jibatong 1.2k. He has lots of resources in the bank there as well. Tim's economy just looks so bad. 74 villagers, 5 on food. 5 and 6 a Ramba in the queue. Third castle not producing at all. He actually had 4 castles. That one is falling now. Okay, now queues up some more. Just build it, obviously. 3 on food. Those are the fishing ships here. 2 of them. And 2 are idle. Not a great economy. At all. Can't afford elite Rambai. Why is he sending in some champions here? I think just regrouping, go for 40 champions, and then you can rock everything. Sends them in low numbers. Not the biggest fan of that. Now fighting under the castle without any siege follow-up. But, well, we also said they should be wrecking this one. Still, you need bigger numbers than that. What a good game to finish the series off. Game number 5 here. We mentioned it several times. Winner is going into the main event. Loser is in the Silver League. Then has to fight and try to get their share of the 2.5k. Big favorite to win the Silver League though. The loser of this set. Lithuanian CA. Something we don't see too often. Light is now being mixed in. Trying to fight this one off. Does he have some relics here? Relic count 1 for Vivi. That's all. And champions, you see how they're not dying. Surrounding this one so heavily. Rambai now coming in, and oh boy, they will just clear up the trap. Champions doing a good job, and my money is on Tim+CL, guys. My money is on Tim+CL. We just need some champions being sent down here, and I don't see how Vivi can hold this. How much gold do they have? They have 300 gold, some lighters, heavy CA tech even. Hallelujah. On the other side, Conquistadors. Yeah, now reclaiming some of the gold, but actually, CL is around there as well. Now builds another castle. Not sure if that one will go up. Didn't we have some traps around? Well, I don't see them for now. Heavy CA, a solid unit against Chemcals and Rambai, but you only do 3 damage per shot against the Chemcal. Vivi just needs lighters. Well, he never got to a castle, right? He bought 700 stone to build 1. Simply didn't have any stone in the back of his map. And that's the problem with Nomad. And that's why you never want to lose map control on this one. Heavy CA after all CA died? Well, I think 3 survived. Harvard is now coming over and finally killing that TC that did so much damage against all the raids there. And what a good game number 5 here to decide off what's going on, who's going through. Score switch now for Tim and CL. Crazy, crazy game. Rambai doing so much work. The water fight to go through this one. Look at CL still having some control there. Still some galleys with fletching. And not even contesting Vivi, who's still on water as well. Champions now moving in. Conquistadors, they are still great against champions. Shouldn't really do too well against the Rambai that are now going for some kills. What is he doing? Okay, doesn't want to sit under the TC. Obviously, TC damage output now is really solid since he got all the upgrades for his CA as well. Map control now reclaimed. CL can go into gold, can go into stone. Pushing with more traps and the archery ranges. Look at what he's producing. Skirm, CA, more Skirm, hand cannoneer. He needs more archery ranges. Look at that wild, weird, uncontrolled production here by Vivi. He needs like 3-4 more archery ranges in the back to really get into his numbers. He can't get them at the moment. Champions should just ruffle stomp this one. CL sits at pop 200. We have Tim at only 92, although he's not getting attacked for quite some time. Idols here, going for 4 castles, but that's the beauty of a Rambai, and that's the beauty of me is right. You don't really need an economy to still make lots of stuff happen. And those Chemcals scaring those CA away, microing quite nicely, but he has to do so much more. Loses another TC. That will be 3 TCs down within like 1-2 minutes or something. And lots of villagers will fall with this one. Let's take a look at the Rambai. Can they intercept some of the retreat? Well, at least they will try to do some damage. Another TC falling. So much more aggression. Jibatong is doing a good job of going down here. But look at that. Sneaky barracks. And that will produce some champions. Annoying to deal with that. More traps moving forward. CA not controlled there. Champions get a bit too many hits off. Vivi 2v1 last minute. Okay. Someone just joining apparently and has no feeling for time. What happens to all of us? Time is relative. Even if Vivi hangs on, eventually they're not going to have gold. Yeah, that's the big problem. They are reclaiming this one, but the sneaky barracks doing such a good job. Champions have some sick super body strengths to carry those swords all day. Yeah, they have to be. Look at them. They are really manly. More champs. Look at how they're all spammed in. Another castle by CL. He's playing this one so well after this. More Rambai out. Hand Cannoneer ready at the side. Jibatong. Interesting choice. And that castle is going to fall. And now it becomes trickier and trickier. Or more and more difficult to find production. To deal with all those champ cards. I don't really see it. One castle here. Rams are doing a good job of probably dealing with that castle. More traps moving forward. And now they get a good army. Obviously holding on to their dear life. Pop 34 now for Vivi as 10 villagers. 23 military is running away. Some more villagers here in the queue for Jibatong. More of those champ cards dealing with the conquistadors here. Lovely move. CL so active. More barracks here at the side. They are pushing in so deep. Rambai is still active as well. Traps running around. Probably next attack into those castles. And we might see the GG pretty soon. CL and Tim will go into the main event. Jibatong and Vivi will fall. They did win the equivalent of the Silver League in Battle of Africa. Maybe they can do it again here. Tim+CL with the upset. They have to be very happy that they went through their GG. Well played. What a hard-fought series. And we had really good games mixed in. This last one might even be my favorite. So many wild units that we saw. So much going on. So many tech switches. Mass Kongs against mass Rambai. We did answer lots of questions in the chat as well. And I'm curious to see how far TL and Tim can make it happen. Team communication has to be improved. They did look shaky on the Arabia style maps there, but the rest looked really good. Really good. And we will take a look at the statistics. CL, most kills in the end. 63 buildings killed. Good job by him. And obviously he got most food. Had all the water there. Not caring about food at all was Mr. Tim. Well, a Rambai, right? They just gave them all the map control in the world. And CL did have enough time to dominate them. That was it. Probably this game will make it onto YouTube because it was so damn good. Goodbye, Hippo lovers on YouTube. Sorry for getting spoiled that the score was already 2-2.